There we go. Don't set my chat on fire, okay? Thank you for the pets. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuya returned with the babe safe in his arms, owing to a warm bed. The girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnir must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, even death, another void that can never be filled, every death. We who survived them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Wheresof and Maven's babe is a child of Thavnir as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I've not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsuya and child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in parts, but not in whole. I am Vitra, and for years, uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, and one as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nadana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help people of Palaka Stand in their time of need. And so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. Alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Maven's daughter. Did I go offline again? Dadgummit. Twitch, get your shit together. That falls on deaf words. That falls on deaf ears. Twitch, get your shit together. A call consumed by the void. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that the young Varshahan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect that the boy was but a simulacrum? A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a moment indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking it Varshan. With that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of Arwan's associates was manipulating it from afar, but the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Did they put the servers in the pit? Yeah, they put the servers in the foam pit. "'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radzatan, but the star." "Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in their darkest hour." A lot of weed. Just grow a lot of weed. That'll calm people down. "It would seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzatan fares. What will you do, Scions?" "I worry for the survivors we met in Perugia. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back?" "In that case, may I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way." "Want to cuddle the elephant people, hey, Masonic?" The ass scales paid off. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I say. Oh man, she's making edibles. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnir? My, that's a rather lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if we can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai. What do I get? Soup! Brewed from my own secret recipe of spice and... oh, it's drink, it's not soup. Tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and pure sugar. I guess what is tea? Tea is soup. Tea is soup. There's a broth. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? No soup, true despair. Yeah, put a soup in the bucket. The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It is so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. Lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. Will you not distribute hot beverages? I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When we've finished, look for me at the wakeful Torana. Well, there's still apocalypse? Okay. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Have a cup of tea. Have a cup of chai tea after doing some Tai Chi. You think G-Shade's doing some fuckery? What do you mean? Cup of chai? Can't you see? More important things to worry about? No, you're right. The flashing, there was lightning that happened. It's precisely in times like this that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there's any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Yeah, there was a couple lightning flashes that happened, if that's what you're referring to. Anybody want some fucking tea? You there, weary citizen? Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from the beast back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. Times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razadhan hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone. I don't know where to turn. Here, the tea will make it all better. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past, and as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. Well, most. I mean, you keep losing people. Flashing made it look like G-Shade was freaking out. Oh, okay. One day at a time, one step at a time. I mean, I'm not using G-Shade, of course not. Why? That's against the terms of service. Yes, back to work. Once I finish this cup, thank you. Hello, who wants some more tea? No tea? I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. The beast took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. Here, have some tea, it'll make it all better. This for me? Ah, we used to drink chai together often. Shared stories over steaming cups after hard day's work. What was that waiter's name? Jean-Luc! Thank you, friend. Pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same, for his memory and for we who must remember. We must remember that they have lived. hang on. Before we do this, since we're in a lull... Get these... What luck. You look capable of braving the jungle unscathed. Would you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from? As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of Agama Temple along with a few others. There, one of the terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. While I was able to make my way here, none of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I would like nothing more than to search myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. The Agama Temple's to the west. Please journey there and guide anyone you can find back here. I only hope some manage to survive the madness. Have this tea. We don't have time for therapy at the moment. What was the bartender's name? Oh, what was his name? It was Dick, wasn't it? Wasn't the name legit Dick? It was, or was it Dickie? Was it Dickie? What was his name? I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength left to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all I can do to keep the darkness from swallowing this settlement whole. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once. So I can get this, then I get the power of flight in this area. Begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees came from Yedibad Pass. We'll cover more ground if we split into two groups. If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid, and if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. Ah, and if you should encounter one of the terrible beasts, slay it, where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed. Alright, we got some cool stuff, deliver some bagels. Well, I figured now's the perfect time to do it while things are a bit calm. Because if we complete this quest and things pick up again, it's gonna feel odd. Plus, you know, we're just rounding up refugees. It's kind of what we were doing to start with. So it kind of actually matches the story. Just we're doing a little extra work. Kitty! Disappears once the fight's over. Oh, is it gone? Thank the gods. I would have surely died without your help. What are you doing out here? delivering bagels. You want some tea? I see, so the radiant host looks over us yet. For that I am grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path you took here, it should be safe. On my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you? I didn't fight a damn thing coming over here. Hey, Swagger Jagger. Can't do this solo. You help me. Okay, let's split up. I'm doing alright. How you doing? See a strange statuette lying on the ground, depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best just to collect it. Which is closer from here. Let's swing this way. Still not turned it in that quest, so I can't fly yet. That flashes lightning. Survey the area, but detect nothing out of the ordinary. You're nothing out of the ordinary. Two away from 1K, am I? Oh, we're so close. Oh, my frames. What's happening to my camera frames? Oh, they're back. Welcome back. I've heard all about your noble deeds. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. You've more than earned a reward for your time. Speak with me again at Pollock's stand and I'll ensure that you get it. Alright, we got it. Let's see. Baby can off-road. Playing a double birthday stream subathon or something for next month, maybe? Yeah, possibly. Nothing here, just ugly birds. Swap 8-hour shifts. What day is my birthday even on? What day does it fall on? Who are you? Are you here to save me? Of course, I knew she wouldn't forget about us. The beast prowled the area for some time, but I managed to find refuge among the rocks. However, I've been too frightened to set foot from the shelter for fear of drawing the attention of some hungry animal. But with you here, I believe I can find the courage. Will you accompany me to Palaka's stand? Thank you. Now let us tread carefully. We're walking. Coming. I was wondering if it was gonna be the, like, beckon them. maybe you don't want to stand this close. Birthday's next month too. November birthdays. Why is that quote worthy? What day is my birthday? Why is that quote worthy? I don't know how to thank you. You saved my life. Don't argue with your mods. Well, I could unmod you and then argue with you. Please tell the brave woman from the Radiant Host that I arrived safe and sound. I must think of a way to repay your bravery. Holds a knife. Put that away. The work ahead of us is vast, and any lives we save are precious indeed. All I came across in my patrol was discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note? Statue. Really cool. I recognize this figure. Doubtless you are curious as to what it depicts. Not really. There's a legend that tells of a Menusa goddess who sought the strength of Murga, resting her own head from her body, replacing it with the bestial pate of the Murga. In pursuit of wisdom, did Murga do the same, replacing his own head with that of the Monusa. Thus were born divine beings gifted both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder of the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of tribe for help. A figure so fine was likely beloved by its owner. I should do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help, traveler. Watched your arrival, recognized that man from the group I was with. I'm overjoyed to see him safe. Thank you for escorting him here. Truly you're worthy of the reputation you've earned. I dare say even Agama would be awed with your bravery. He was a storied mendicant of the Arcasotra. When the heroes landed ashore this island and war broke out, he spared no effort to save the lives of all who were injured in the conflict. He saw no tribes, only those in need. He is not so different from you, who throws herself into the maw of danger to save someone they've never met. If Agama's spirit lives on today, it is through your selfless deeds. Take this as a reward, although I have no doubt you would deny it if I let you. Once my watch has ended, I shall patrol the woods in search of any more hiding amongst the trees. Alright. So that should just mean, yeah, once we complete this, we can get flight in this area. Which pretty much means we're probably done here in this region. Thank you for delivering the chai, Elysium. Did it help lift the villagers' spirits? It is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we've lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. For it is not only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Maven and Curse's remains. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Blakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I can almost believe there's magic at work. How their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Blakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. You're still at risk, as every village in Thavnair. Like as not, still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Razatan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from the terrible calamity. I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from You have plenty to spare. Let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The wakeful Tirana? Near the bridge to Razatan, as I recall. Very well then. Still apocalypse. Flew right past him. Alphino told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavnair. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to this city on Osdale's path. Come. place is split, really? Surprised this place would be instanced. Alright. Yeah, okay. We're still missing. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, it's all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we succeed in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square. Though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? So Vitra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduta then, but before that, it would appear the word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we best enlighten them. So what places am I missing? So I'm missing... there. Where am I? Wait. Oh, I'm only missing the one. Okay, so that's actually... plus the Aetherite Plaza that's disabled. I know I'm supposed to go up there for that, but we're gonna hit this Aetherite shard. These stairs are gotta be hell for Lalafell. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. Could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh gods, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? That's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Razatan in his stead? Whoever they are, If they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Yeah, you pissing yourself over here in this corner, and you're gonna make them regret it. I'd like to see you try it. Genuinely, I would like to see it. When your quips aren't coming out.
Look, someone's coming.
That's a very direct point.
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
Oh shit, dragon attack in the middle of this.
A dragon!
Wow!
People of Radzathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
To shreds, you say?
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavne, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
What you guys doing here?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Father!
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzathan, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel, fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction.
Did you miss the whole second half of the moon adventure?
and by our
You
people.
didn't see the
I speak
Loporrits?
not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnir. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Wonder what's going on the other shards as well.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, it was actually Heidelin's preparations that set that all up. Just in case.
Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
I wonder though, if you leave the planet, would you still be safe? Because isn't your soul bound to the rules of the planet? Would escape not work?
You're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
I ran out of tea.
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Okay, Sparrow. I was kind of wondering this too.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
That's, problem?
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
So this is shaping up to be very much like I was suspecting. Like this new energy, this alternate energy is very key to this.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
And then there's kind of the effects of the ethereal sea. The ethereal sea supposedly washes clean, you know, washes the soul clean and it's reborn. But what happens? Maybe some of that energy that's been collected in the soul goes into the ethereal sea, or something like that. The collection that the soul comes to life, collects this energy and takes it back to the sea. Maybe. I don't know. Something. Because they always kind of touch on this idea of the ethereal sea, and then there was, you know, that kind of lesson we got about what happens to souls. There might be, there's more to that. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be as Nadana said, that the cause of the phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Greetings, honored scion of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here in Megadu to prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Mirda's Miyane. Pray, make your way there whenever your business is done. Yeah, there better be some fucking soup. Thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Ah, and you, Elysium Coral. There's someone we'd hoped to introduce you to in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? This must be important. Worry not. We'll save some food for you. Oh no, they're gonna eat all the soup. Just don't eat all the soup, okay? New emote with soup. Thank you, friends. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Let's see, we'll probably stop very soon. But yeah, kind of pondering on it. You know, again, thinking about the emotional stuff. been pretty spot on. But then there's still talk of like the weird the things, the ethereal sea. You know, what in relation does this emotional energy have to do with it? With souls returning to it and coming back. I'm kind of positing the idea that maybe it has something to do with souls collect that energy, bring it back to the ethereal sea. Something like that. Something like that. And of course, when you become one of these monsters in decay, you don't return to the ethereal sea. So none of that energy goes to it. And so maybe that causes the planet to start dying or something. You usually think about emotional stuff. I do too. Like stuff like this. Stuff like this is like story types that fascinate me, and I love it. This is the kind of shit I write about. This is the story type that is definitely the kind of stuff I do. Access to the Aetheryte you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors in a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. Just make fun of Fantasy 14 and Rika feel dumb. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions will only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. You're going to be in for a damn treat. Taco soup, hell yeah. But yeah, this is shit I eat up. This is a feast for my brain. This is something that makes, you know, Final Fantasy 14 Moon / Elysium Coral be like, I see. I have some ideas on the matter. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radzatan's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. You mean the destination is Sundrop, or did you just call me Sundrop? Oh. It's a bop. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Elysium Coralette. I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You look like one of those that walks through hell. Sure, but please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. You will not show a modicum of respect. What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or we'll be soon enough. Well, formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, an all-round good egg, I'm sure. Dibs. Nah. You didn't finish your last one. These are the role quests you can do after the story, since they aren't required for the main story. Do you get worthy gear of it? Straight to the why is this not a title list? Nope, so no better year for him? Okay. We'll proceed apace then. This talk of eggs reminds me that I'm late for dinner. A woman after my own heart. I like that. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two we'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in now. Radz-at-Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrum. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got the representative from Doma. Ulda and Alamigo. Limziliminza. Gridania. And last, but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radz-at-Han and their respective homelands. We'll use this brief respite to share the details of our plight with your overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself? You'd have saved your other waifu. But you let her... she was your responsibility. You wanted her, so I let you have responsibility for her. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are returned to peace, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you've given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red, which is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea, our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomena's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout Alad lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Kalzal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. It's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we have to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here at Radz-at-Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. Fitting a name as any to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Aye, each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down the so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they're doing all in their power to put people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. Who are you guys dibsing now? Oh wait, different. Sorry, I'm losing where chat is. There we go. Okay. May melee role quest is incredible. Hey, Cozy. Also, hey, Moonraj. That said, brave souls with strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and as is for the very reason we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. With that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? Gain access to role quests for Endwalker. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank and melee DPS, physical ranged DPS, magical ranged DPS, and healer roles. Undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates at Sundrop, and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Pray forgive Shir about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. Will you be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayane? Oh, back of my hand. Oh shit, where'd that come from? Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razatan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, and we might honor Alwyn's legacy and serve Master Vitra well. You have there's so much to read. They haven't been doing as many voices as much as there has been reading. You have my word, their effort will not be in vain. I mean, I have... you can see the jobs I've not done. But if you look at my crafting... probably do whatever the scene is, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the night. Welcome. When the soundtrack asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kozol from your friend Graatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beast. It's the smallest token of our thanks. Your food and drink tonight are bleh. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Well, okay. Well, no soup. Alright, give me your booze. As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Oh, it's a slapping party over here, isn't it? Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? Our allies have sent military delegates? That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend.
I love the size of that drink. Gimme.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
And that's not soup, it's booze.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing.
For soupy boot, funny looking ice.
We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
At the time, we called it Elpis. I would do well to remember the name.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
There's one, technically.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Elidibus is still sealed in the tower on the first.
Elidibus.
Knew it. Fucking knew. Fucking knew. Name is John Cena. You'll never see him.
I sealed him in the White Auracite of the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Be an opportunity to look in the others as well.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
Zone is something special that you want to dedicate a stream to. Chose to believe this course is the song they choose for entertainment. So yeah, I knew it. I knew that the story of Elidibus wasn't over, because I was like, he's still technically alive, sort of. He's the one ancient we didn't fucking annihilate.
If nothing else, Should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see.
Talking to me.
Where beginning ends, and end begins.
We're looking to have Urianger up there on the moon. It's definitely a sentence. Friendship is magic. Damn hero time. Time to gather elements of harmony. Now then, is there anything we have forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? In that case, it is time we attended to our tasks. When you arrive on the first, to give my regard to Reen. Tell her I miss her. About to go to the end where it all began. Take this, Elysium, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course. But should it allow you to operate? It should allow you to operate the systems, the tower systems, and the umbilicus. Even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains. It should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch via a sensor gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Well, we best be on our respective ways, God's willing. We will see each other again ere long. Carrying that plug everywhere. Okay, where should we drop ourselves? Let's just go back to Gridania. We'll hop it in. And we'll wrap up. It'll be a good place. I'm surprised I haven't heard anything about any kind of Halloween event this year. I guess that they're not going to do it. Lots of thoughts happening. There is one? Okay, there is going to be one. I was curious. I know it was delayed last year because of Endwalker's release and everything, but I thought Haven't heard anything later this month. Okay. All right. There we go. I guess we're basically roughly halfway through. What do you think? Ugh. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see who's on tonight. Who can we raid? Do. Are they still? Well, there's a few people streaming tonight. What do we got? Ah!
We're only at the beginning of the end is never the end is never the end of the never the beginning of the end.
Just over halfway. Well, the thing of it is, I'm going to schedule this for twice a week now. So, we'll be playing this again on Friday, but I pretty much intend to schedule this at least twice a week at this point. So we can definitely make our way through it. Who should we rate tonight? Decisions. There's Saxophone, but they're away. Why People Y is going. They're doing like... I think they're doing VR chat, but I can't tell exactly what they're doing. Let's see. Who we got? You stream on Fridays, you'll have to catch VODs. Yeah, because Thursday, Conanigans is going to be Thursday this week. So normally I would keep it on Thursday, but because Conanigans on Thursday this week, we're going to move Thursdays to Friday. What are they doing? Says they're playing Grounded, but they're definitely playing Valheim. Let us... Why is Saxbone back yet? No. They're away right now, so why? I may have to. I don't know. I may have to start late on Friday. Depends on how late my girlfriend stays up on Friday. Because of course she can't get spoilers, so I don't want to be playing when she's up, and of course it being Friday, she might stay up late. So the stream may start later on Friday. I don't know. Okay, we'll raid Why People Why. I don't know what they're doing, but Saxophone's not bad. I wanted to kind of raid them, but oh well. Let me get this set up. Yes, there. Twitch Doggone you. Get your shit together, Twitch. Your prayer was swallowed by the void. Alright, let's get that started. Okie dokie. Yeah, so I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna play more Devour. Prime's gonna be a little bit late, and I don't really want to start by myself, so I don't know if I'll start late. See if maybe I can recruit anyone or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's gonna be the plan tomorrow. We're gonna play some more Devour because it was fun. It was scary. I'll be in VR again. It was a good time. And yeah, so like I say, Thursday is going to be Conanigans instead of Friday because it was more convenient for everyone. Friday we'll play more Final Fantasy 14. So we'll progress more in the storyline. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited for what the story has to offer. And just to catch up, you know. I've been behind in this game for so long. It'd be nice to actually catch up. Alright, guys. Well, you all have yourselves an excellent night. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had fun. Get yourself some sleep. And enjoy your time. And I'll see you all guys next time. Alright, guys. Everyone have a good night. Night-night. Night-night-night. Night-night-night-night.